Hello guys, this is Toy Wilsey Saga back in a new video today for you guys. And as today's video, as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, I'll be talking about my sleep paralysis stories that I had throughout 2016 to 2018. I decided as you watch this video, this is the intro of it, because as at least to if go on through this video, I did it with a recording podcast thing. So as I did this, I already did the recording of the podcast thing. So when you watch this, it will go straight to it. So as you know, this is a day before Halloween. So I'm glad that this video is the day before it, and it's pretty cool because it's a good time to upload it, right? So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and these stories are very scary and it's very strange, and it'll probably give you something to think about. If you don't know what sleep paralysis is, look it up yourself, and don't believe a scientist because they don't know nothing about sleep paralysis, because it is real. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and hope this doesn't scare you, and go straight to the podcast. Okay, so as I got the intro out of the way, and now I can start doing the story of my sleep paralysis stories. So as we begin this, as I said in the beginning, check out the first video I've done. I kind of updated the picture of the thumbnail on the video with a scary picture I put on there. Even it's on this video as well. I should click on this one. I updated it, and I made that video in 2015, as I said. And so as this video, it will basically continue stories after 2015. And as you know, in that video I said, I think at the end of that video I said I was visited by 2 people besides 1 person. So I'm going to continue from off of that story is to the next encounters I had in 2015. And so as I dive through this, thinking right now, I really didn't have I basically just have I think it'll be like an incubus coming at night and all that stuff. You know, I think as to start off with this one, I think. Okay, that's how it goes. As you know, I go to sleep and everything, and as I explain sleep paralysis as I get started. That's what I forgot to say. Anyway, sleep paralysis is a phenomenon of happening when your body is asleep and your mind is awake. As you're awake and you're not asleep at all, really. You can see everything, you hear everything, you can see, you can think, and all that, but you can't move. And it only happens when you're waking up or you're going to sleep. So like if I go to sleep right now and go straight into sleep paralysis, it'd basically be like, oh my god, like that. It's kind of how it happens. And how it happens to me, it happens to me when I wake up out of a dream and then I was about to go back to sleep, then I go right into sleep paralysis just like that. So that's how it happens to me. It doesn't happen to me when I wake up and I'm paralyzed to the bed. No, it only happens when I could try to go back to sleep in the middle of the night. So that's the only way it happens to me, in my perspective, because I don't know how everybody else's perspective is. Okay, so that's the brief summary of sleep paralysis, and people thinking that it's not real, it doesn't happen to you, and it kind of literally, it does happen. It is real, and it's terrifying, it's scary, and people think it's, as you know, this, and thinking scientists know everything. No, they can't explain nothing, because it's kind of like experienced people saying it causes death, and and I have like, as I heard like people's stories like, I almost died and all that, and I see death, I saw the light, I felt death, and I'm like, in true fact, in every way, you only feel death when you leave this world. And I don't think I ever had a person tell me that they sensed death and they felt it for the first time. No, you only feel it when you leave this world, and that's the only way to know. So don't believe all those crazy people that say I seen the light and I seen this, I seen death and all that. Don't believe the scientists. Don't believe none of that stuff, because you can't explain anything. Because when we find out the truth about things, and people be like trying to change it up and stuff, that's how it happens. So anyway, as we get to my stories, these stories happen between 2015 to 2018 of today, of this year. Okay, starting in 20 and starting in 20 at the end of 2015. This is like, so I made that sleep paralysis video, and right almost to Halloween, and of course this one is closer to the Halloween date almost. So anyway, this one happened when I woke up in the middle of the night. I wake up. So I woke up and I was laying on my side, I think. I laid on my side. So as it is, I laid on my stomach. I laid on my stomach and went back to sleep. And so as I was going back to sleep, it felt like I didn't even go to sleep. It's like I'm stuck just like that. And I'm like, and it was like, why is it wrong? And I'm stuck. I can't move or nothing like that. And all of a sudden, I felt something in the bed, like in the bed, behind me. I can feel it, like you can feel a presence. So as I was laying there on my stomach, I felt a person get on top of me, and it jumped on top of me. I could feel him on top of me and stuff. And his hands, he put his hands on my shoulder, and I could feel his hands all the way into my shoulder. Like he basically stabbed his fingers into my shoulder. And I felt the pain. It was hurting and I couldn't move. And as I was laying there, I'm thinking in my head, I'm praying, like I said God, and I said Jesus Christ and all that. And then it went away. And as of that, as I got out of it, my shoulders were aching. Like my shoulder, I had to get up and scratch and roll my shoulders and massage my shoulders because they were aching, because his fingernails were hands was like on in my shoulder. Like it's basically like he impaled knives in my shoulder. And you know, I wasn't bleeding or nothing like that. I didn't have like I was cut up or nothing. I felt the pain. And when I woke up out of it, I still feel that pain. And that's basically true. It does cause pain. It does cause physical harm and all that stuff. And people think it don't hurt you. Really? So yes, that's the first one after I think this 20 I think it began in 2016 I think. So as throughout 2016 as I'm getting to it, it only happens around when I'm down or I was sad or angry or stress, anything like that. That's the only way it happens to me. And so far, as I believe this month, of course. Let me think. I really didn't have any experiences this month at all, as I'm getting to. As I did have some in September, though. But I hope I don't have none November. Oh. Or after this video. Because I am actually recording this at night. And this is very creepy recording this at night. Because as you see, the first video I did during the day. And I was not going through it at night. So I'm basically conquering my fear. So that's what I'm doing right now. So anyway, as that's the only way it happens to me. It only happens when I'm angry or sad or stressed, and that's when it happens. As during that time, in 2016, I was trying to, date someone, of course, and all that stuff. And it didn't go out very well. As this is not the girl, this ain't Christine or nothing, no. Not her, it's not her, because those stories I said in my dream stories, that dream happened when I was in 7th grade, so in real life it never happened, so it was just a dream. So anyway, that's how it happens to me when it happens when I feel down or this or that, and that's the only way it happens to me. And it always sometimes be an incubus, or sometimes it'll be a succubus. And in some cases, as of when I created I believe as of this story right here. And so I'm telling you guys now. So when I created the characters in season 8 of Toy Ball Z, the demon characters that you see in that season, I think like when I created them, they became like I see them. So I guess like when I created them, they became real. And so I had this dream. The dream was I was living it's kind of a dream, and I think it was sleep paralysis at the same time. So in this dream, or sleep paralysis, it's kind of both. This happened in, I believe, this happened in 2000. I think this happened like it had to be in March or February. I think it's let me see. I'm thinking right now. Oh, no, it's not this one. So this one came before this one. Okay, let's think right now. All right. So as this story, this one happened. This was sleep paralysis one. This not that one. This one came later. So as a sleep paralysis one, as you know, I was laying in the bed. Of course, I was laying in the bed, and I was you know, I woke up. Yeah, I sat up in the bed because I woke up and I was just sitting up in the bed and still tired. And so I went back to sleep, and I was going back to sleep, and as I said, the same way it happens again. So I wake up, had my and I close and I know I couldn't move, and so I kept my eyes closed. And so I kept my eyes closed, and I feel a person getting in the bed beside me, and as I feel this person, and it touched my leg as it was getting closer to me, and the only way this time I can break out of it because I learned that I can break out of the paralysis and all that stuff. And so as I was trying that, it was getting angry, and I feel it. I can hear it like growling and getting angry. And this is a succubus, so it's kind of like, I guess it's angry because I was I learned how to break out of them and stuff, and that's how, because I learned from people that on the internet, they talk about these stories and they know how to get out of it and try not to have it and all that stuff. And that's what I did. And I woke up, and I swear I did not go back to sleep, because if I did, she'd probably come back and wanted revenge. And so I had to stay up. I stay up for like till, I think, because as I found out the time of when this happens to me, it's always 3 in the morning. And so I was thinking, and that's when I learned that it was called the Devil's Hour. That's when spirits stuff come at people at night and all that stuff. And so as I'm looking at the time right now, it's actually, I'm recording this late at night, so it's actually 1:30, almost 1 in the morning. It's actually after 1 in the morning right now. And so as I try to wait till that hour comes and go to sleep, because that's the only way I can. I always stay up at night anyway, because I always sense things at night all the time, because I don't sleep very early. So I always stay up at night, and that's the only way I learn about all this stuff. And actually, because my mom is actually a night person too, so I guess that would kind of I get that from my mom. So that's how I know about this and all that, and so that's how I learned how to get out of it, and try to wait till the hour passed and I can go back to sleep. So that was that one. These succubus stories are kind of like very, very strict, because these are not the ones I had in the other ones. I did have one crazy one and the other ones as but all the other ones were like nicer ones. They were not the ones that are evil or the crazy ones that attack me. So as the next one here, as I'm going through on 2016, um, as this was another crazy one. Okay, I, as same as always, wake up in the middle of the night, and I wake up, go back, and I try to go back to sleep, and I go into paralysis and all that. This one grabbed my thing, actually grabbed my, thing, and as you know, it led to me ejaculated, of course. It grabbed my thing, and I think it grabbed it and licked it and all that. It was, I guess, giving me a, I don't want to say it, I guess BJ, I guess. So, I, basically, that one was a crazy one. It was, uh, and as these stories are kind of like, okay, they basically give me messages or telling me that what I need to do in life. And I guess because that's what all these are actually, because I start having these kind of ones in 2014, because that's when I was in what 10th going to I was in 10th grade and all that, and it kind of, I guess, because I was getting older and learning more about this kind of stuff and all that. Yeah, I think it's true for what it is. It's kind of giving me signs and messages and telling me things. Yeah, so that was that one. Alright. So as those what happened during when I was down and I was sad or stressed, they're the only ones that's the only those the ones that happened to me. And that was in 2016. And as of that, the as the ones I did have, like I had one that this one was like a demon that had the head of a dog, and it got on. I was laying on my back, I think, and uh, this one it was a head of a dog, and it started licking me and licking my face, and I was trying to get it off of me and stuff. It was and and I tried to get it off, and all I did was just pray Jesus. I know I should have tried that with the succubus, but she probably got mad. I don't know if that was the same one, but I don't really know myself. So that was 2016 stories. Okay, let's head to the next stories. Alright, so these are 2017. And these in 2017, they were kind of, kind of got me to learn more about meditating and actually contacting some of them. And it's kind of giving the idea that'll come later in my series in Toys Ball, GT, and of course, as you know. So as of this, these stories, as I will start off with, this story, and this is the first. So yeah, this is the first one. This is the one. Actually, it was a dream and it was a sleep paralysis story. So let's go. So I had I was living in that house, that dream house I had that I talked about in the story with Life with Christine, the dream story I told. So I was in the that house, same house, and I come home. I worked somewhere, and so I come home. I actually have a person that'd be there checking the house and all that stuff, and I don't think the person was there. And so I come home. I come to the house. I had a package, and I bought something offline, and I brought it to the house and put it on the table. You know, as the whole house was empty, as I thought it was empty. So in the house, I actually have a statue, a a a statue of Caroline that's in Toys Ball Z, the demon character, in a case. She was inside of a case. So, you know, I had a person make that statue figure for me of that character, and it's pretty cool. And I do plan on making customs of the characters too, because she is my created character. So, after that, I was sitting downstairs and stuff, and all of a sudden I heard something upstairs. Like, I heard something move upstairs. So I was getting scared, and you know, like when you go up the stairs, it be dark and eerie, and that music kind of tone comes in, and you be like walking slow, and you be scared to move and all that. It's basically how it felt. So as I was getting closer and closer to the to my my room's upstairs, and the door was cracked open a little because I closed the door when I left. So the door was cracked open, and I was scared to open the door. And so as I was pushing the door, and my room is actually big, like I said in the dream story. And I open the door slowly. Open the door, and it's thinking something's gonna pop out and scare you, you know. So I pushed it open slowly, like that, and then I looked, and I see a woman standing there, and I'm like, and she was holding one of my figures I had on my shelf, and she had long black hair. She had on a blue shirt and dark jeans. That's what she was wearing. And she had, and as I'm thinking, I asked, I said, and I asked, "Who are you?" Like that, because I'm trying to figure out who she is. I said, "Who are you?" Then I looked, because she looked morally human. Like, okay, you think she's a demon and all that, and I was thinking, like, because I don't know who she is. And so as I was and she asked me and I think she said, "You're my creator," like, and I'm like, and I'm looking back, like, creator, and that way it kind of dinged me, like, Caroline, like that. I said Caroline, and she said, "Why did you have Goku to kill me?" And I said, "Well, you're not really dead." And you know, in the future, GT, she does come back in GT, and she doesn't die again. She actually survives in GT. Spoiler in the next series. So, yeah, she was kind of like, why you had Goku to kill me? And I was like, well, it's because he thought she was a villain. He thought she was evil. In true fact, Caroline is really not that evil. She's neutral. She basically be played on both sides. So she really is not that evil. So anyway, as I was talking to her, I said, what do you mean? Like, you were always my favorite. Because I created you. And I didn't abandon you or nothing. Hey, like Toriyama abandoned Launch, right? So I did not abandon you. I just, it's not, yes, this ain't the time to use you right now. And so, she was just standing there, smiling, looking at me. And she put the figure back on the shelf. And I backed up because it's kind of strange. You see your character standing there in front of you and talking to you. And so, and I was like, well, I gotta go. And so what I did, I ran back, ran out of the room, and ran back downstairs. So I ran back downstairs, and she basically was already at the bottom of the stairs when I got down the stairs. And I'm like, hmm? And so, and I'm like, and she was standing there, right? She's standing right there by the stairs, and I said, Karen, what are you doing? Like that. I was asking, what are you doing? And she looked and she saw herself in that case. She see herself in the case. That figure I had of her in the case. And then I said, I told you, I care for you. I created you. I didn't abandon you. You see you right here in my case. I didn't abandon you or anything. And it kind of got funny. Or crazy. She wanted me to have sex with her. And basically that's where the dream ended. And kind of then I was trying to wake up, I can still feel her body beside me when I wake up. And so basically I was in a dream / sleep paralysis at the same time. So yeah, that was this one in 2017. The other ones, the next one here. This one happened to me. This one when I think of Incubus, this one. And this one, it was growling my ear and it won't stop bugging me and all that. It just growling my ear and grabbed my arm and basically growling my ear. So yeah, that was that story right here, the Incubus story. And that was it. Just I couldn't sleep. Every time I tried to go back to sleep, it happened like 3 times, and I tried to get away from it. Okay, okay, this one, it connects. This one basically connects to another dream story. This one connects to the dream story I have planned to come on this channel. My dream with my dream with Super Mario Logan, and this one is basically happened after that event. So the whole thing of me with Logan happened in a different dream, and actually I had that dream of Logan this year, but the dream I had in 2017 basically was the part 2 part of that dream, and basically lead to another dream. So my dreams are like movies in some ways, but they all don't connect. So let's start with this one. It started as I came back from Florida, where I was working with Samara, and I got paid and all that, and I came back and I bought a couple of things and all that stuff. And as I was, our family celebrated me come back and all that, talking to me and all that stuff. And as that day, I go outside, by the back door of our house, and I was sitting there, on the step thing, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a girl walked up to me. A girl walked around the corner of the house and walked up to me. And she was so pretty. I mean, as you see Christine, she kind of almost looked like her, but not all the way like her, if y'all know what I'm talking about. She was different. She was wayly different. She was mixed, kind of like tan color. So I think she was mixed because she wasn't my color or nothing like that. And she was standing there, and she walked into me, and I was like, who are you? Because I didn't know who she was. Because like I'm looking around, like, oh, who's this? Because I don't know her. And so as we were going, as she wanted me to come to her house with her. So as later on that, I left and left my house and went to her house. And her house was big, and very big. She her house was almost like my dream house. Almost, it was huge, like huge. Her house was guarded around a fence. And she got got me to come there. We talked and all that stuff. I try to remember what was her name. I don't remember her name. It's like in the dream I don't know her name because I didn't know who she was. So after that, we went upstairs, and what shocked me in this dream, she was a Dragon Ball fan. She was basically a Dragon Ball fan. So basically, it's kind of reflect back to SS Goshen 4. But initially, she was way better than SS Goshen 4. She had every single figure that they released of SH Figure Arts. She had the whole series of Irwin, AB, Jax, Pacific, Bandai. Had every single thing that they released of Dragon Ball at up to date. So she basically beats SS Goshen 4. And then she had the whole set of more comeback stuff, like the games and all that stuff. And she had basically everything. And I'm like, what the? It was basically mind blowing. I couldn't believe it what I'm seeing. And so as after that, she wanted me to come to the bed with her. And of course, SCX. And so as the dream ended with me in the bed with her, and as it faded away, the dream, I was paralyzed to the bed, and when I woke up, and to be honest, I don't know how this happened. I don't know. I was actually naked in the bed. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like that. I had to say it. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm naked in the... So I believe it probably was a succubus. Cause as it's pretty strange, like, oh, I'm naked. And I was asleep. See, I think it was a succubus. So, cause I didn't know her name, she kind of reminded me of one of the other demons in the story in Toys Ball Z. So I kind of think that's what she was. I think, in my mind, I think she was. She wasn't very scary. She was actually nice. Like, it's kind of shocking. I'm talking to a girl and she's very pretty and stuff and not acting strange. So, yeah, that is basically it for that one. That one happened in 2017. Of course, I think in the summer of 2017. Okay, as this one, happened. This one was when I think I woke up. Yeah, I think this one was in the this one happened in the summer. So that one too, I think. But this one happened like later in the summer. So anyway, as I'm starting out this one, okay, I woke up. I woke up. It was like early in the morning, like almost daybreak, basically. So this one didn't happen like 3 o'clock in the morning, like always. Like that one, I think that happened same hour of, but the dream basically played like an hour long thing almost. So I think that's how it went. So anyway, this one happened. I woke up and when I went to sleep the other night, I was watching Toys Ball Z, of course. I watch my show. See, I don't watch just, we'll watch Dragon Ball's videos or Tire Tales videos or Star Blast or Dad and Derek or Star Blast or any stop motion person or show I watch on YouTube. So I watch my show too. Like, why would I not watch my stuff? It's kind of stupid if I don't watch my stuff. So anyway, yeah, I was watching my show the other night and I went to sleep as I was watching it, you know. And so as I woke up, the show I was watching one of the seasons on TV. I think on my TV. Cause yeah, I was watching one of my shows on my TV as I was watching on my PlayStation. So I turned over and faced the wall. And so I turned over and faced the wall, and I closed my eyes and tried to go back to sleep. And as I'm hearing in the background, I'm hearing Toys Ball Z playing in the background. I hear talking of, I think Orchid and Goku were talking to each other and all that, and I'm hearing everything they're saying in the background. It's like, and as I couldn't move, and I hear everything. I feel the fan blowing on me, and I hear everything around me. I can hear it clearly. It was nothing scary or nothing. I didn't hear no scary noises or all that stuff. I hear everything. I hear my show playing in the background and all that stuff. So as I was laying there, all of a sudden it's where it kind of gets me scared. And so as I was facing the wall, something got in the bed behind me. And I'm like, I have my head on my pillow, on the edge of my pillow, and I feel somebody getting in the bed behind me. And as I got in the bed, I feel it getting closer behind me. I can feel the bed sink in as something got in the bed. And so it got closer, and it got closer and closer behind me. And I feel his body, and it touched my back, almost close to my back. It's like it was behind me. And I was like, who's this? Like, I'm thinking, like, who is this? And, like, as I'm laying here, and I still hear my show playing in the background, everything, and I'm feeling somebody behind me. And I'm like, and I'm making my head, I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, I would try to say something in my head. Because as I tried to remember, like, I did talk, there was one that did talk to me, and it said my name and everything. And so I'm going to try to communicate with this, and I think it was a woman. So as I try to communicate with it, and I said, oh, I said, who are you? I said, and I said, are you a girl? No, I said, are you a girl? And it replied, and I hear it say yes. So we're basically telepathically talking. So I was not frightened or nothing. It was not scary. I was kind of calm through the whole thing. And so as I was, keep talking to her, and I said, who are you? You know? And I said, do you know who I am? And she said yes. And then I said, and this was said, are you a succubus? And she says, yes. And I was like, and I was kind of like shocked, like, I'm talking to a demon. I think I'm talking to a demon. And as of this, and I asked, what's your name? Because I asked, what's her name? And she said, my name is Adrena. And she says, I am your guardian. And so as I heard this in my head, as it telepathically talks to me, and it didn't scare me or nothing. I'm like shocked, like. And she kind of reminds me of Sheena from Toys Ball Z a lot, because Sheena is a guardian to the heroes. So she kind of reminds me of that, kind of. And she says, I will always guide you and watch you. And so that's how it happened with her. And at the end of the paralysis, she got close to me and kissed me on the cheek, and then hugged me from the back. And after that, I woke up. I got out of it, and I was shocked that I talked to a succubus for the second time. First time, I did it, and it was with one of the ones that wanted to try to have sex with me and all that. That was in an old video, 2015. So anyway, as we get through, this is 2017, of course. I tried to wrap most of this up. As 2017, I started, as throughout the time after I talked to that demon or succubus, I started to meditate. And basically, during that time period, I tried to meditate and it was pretty refreshing. It kind of made me feel great. I started doing it, I think, right towards the end of the year into 2018, and as today I do meditate, and it makes me feel refreshed. It makes me feel happy, and it makes me feel less stress, and it helps a lot. I actually talk to people while I meditate as well. Like, I went to a different world and I'm talking to people. And I actually talked to Caroline from Toys Ball Z, and I found, as I kind of thought, I did created her, and she actually is a spirit. So it's kind of nice that I talk to something I create, right? Not like guys that got a figure of Goku on a shelf and they talk to that figure all day. No, I'm talking about talking to an actual spirit. And as I think she is a spirit to me. So, yeah, it's kind of nice that I start meditating and stuff throughout that year. And, it's kind of a good thing, you know? So, as throughout two, 2018, let me think. I really didn't have a lot around 2018 because I started to meditate. I started to feel less stress, and it just made me feel better. And that was kind of what it started doing. As this month, I didn't even have a lot of sleep paralysis problems this month at all. And so as September, I guess kind of what happened to me in September is like I had a dream that I was basically getting taken by people and got I guess the word rape by men, and that was the last experience I had. It was basically like a sleep paralysis experience, and I think it was like a dream too. And it kind of, and I fear that till this day. I know that happened uh, last month, I think. Yeah, last month. If this month I had not had no sleep paralysis, I hope I don't have one after this video as you're actually watching. So, so what I do, I just meditate, and it helps me, and it helps me sleep actually, and it feels very good. And I recommend you guys meditate. So yes, that is all my stories throughout 2016 through 2018. As there was a couple of them that kind of were similar to the ones I told in the old video I did in 2015. But as of that, it's really nice to talk about this. It makes me feel better. It makes me be better than of what these stories are. And actually, these stories are kind of very terrifying. I've seen a lot of people talk about these stories, and it is very terrifying to talk about. As I never had one that was, I have one standing there looking at me or watching me. Like people actually see things and have their eyes open. As good for me, I'm glad I'm not those people. I kept my eyes closed, and I never left my eyes open to see something. Only time I seen something, as I said in my old video, I saw Melina standing in front of my lamp, and she's in front of my lamp on my dresser that I have, and that was the only time I seen something. And I actually kind of seen something like through my eyes, like I could see like a shape of something in front of me when I had my eyes closed. And that's how it felt too. Like I can see something, but I have my eyes closed. And that's the only way. But actually, I just keep my eyes closed whole time. It's the only way to do it. So anyway, that is it for this video on my sleep paralysis stories too. And as I did not have a lot to say about in 2018 because I started meditating and started doing all that stuff, and it basically kind of helps me to lessen it and reduce it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share. I hope you guys enjoy this one, and what you guys think. I know I have to use my background on my Toy Bossy background because the thumbnail picture, I would not want that on the screen because it'll frighten people. So I hope you have a good Halloween as well. This is a good Halloween video to watch. And of course the next video is basically Super Mario Logan Dream that I plan on making. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. And see you guys next time. And peace. Oh, I forgot before in this video, here is a message from Caroline. Alright, go Caroline.
Hello everyone. I hope this video did not scare you. As you know, I do exist. I'll be always watching you, even while you're sleeping. Then I hope you're not watching this late at night, because that's where I come in. Oh, and I will return in the future. I'm not gone. I'm not abandoned. I'm always here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and share. That's what you forgot to say?
Well, I guess I did.
You forget things. Alright. So, see you guys next time. And happy Halloween. If you want to see me, watch season 8 of Toys Ball Z. And sweet dreams.
Hi guys, thanks you guys for watching the video. Hope you guys check out all my videos on my channel. Every episode that I made, every update, and every reviews that I actually do. And stay tuned for more videos coming your way. Hope you guys enjoy everything I make on my channel. Have a nice day. Like, comment, and subscribe, and keep on watching Toys Ball Z Saga. Thank you.